Well, Brother Ed, we were having a conversation a few days ago, and we were talking about, as a chaplain's role is to sit with people in their pain, and really you're an observer and you're a listener of pain. But right now, everyone is hopefully taking a posture of a metaphorical chaplain, because everyone is forced to sit with the pain right now that we're facing as a country. And you had talked about pressure and what's been happening, especially with COVID. So would you mind taking a few moments and walk through what are your observations and what are you reading? What are you seeing?
My heart is sad, um, but what I see, because I mean, just think of it. You've got people that are fighting to keep alive, uh, and have to stay home all of these times. They're now coming out, and there's for fear of getting sick with COVID, and on top of this, a country uh, is tearing apart, and so you have to be um, that person to bring reason and to bring a sense of calmness, and that puts a lot of pressure on me
Hmm.
because I'm human too, and so I need to get poured into. Um, and so when I do that, I go to my secret place. Used to be a movie called The War Room,
Hmm.
where this lady had this room in her house, and there she would go and put on stickums, all of the things she asked God for, and that's her war room. So I have to be to my solitude sometimes. Jesus often did it.
Hmm.
Um, to be there as a presence for people, not only in the hospital, as you say, outside of the hospital, to be that calming presence,
Yeah.
because I believe I can imagine the pressure Jesus was under.
Slight pressure, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of
Yeah.
pressure, especially being doubted,
Hmm.
and being somewhat uh, looked upon as not too
Hmm.
stable,
Hmm.
because he's talking love your enemies. But how do you love somebody that you really don't like?
Hmm. And which is a really relevant question for
Yeah,
today, isn't it?
yeah,
And even you look at the political climate that Jesus was in, the religious environment, the even the social customs, and you're going, it was a hot zone,
yeah,
and so much of that can be felt from the Bible today
yeah,
in our country in particular. And I thought you articulated that so well that here people have just now had a chance to come out of their homes,
yeah,
but still under immense restrictions, and then to see injustice, to see
to see all of this.
racism, and
Yes.
now it's just become a tipping point.
And I think we are at a point in our lives, in the life of this country, where things have got to change, because we are at a boiling point right now. And if this thing continues and boils over, um, the Revelation 6 says, "Who shall be able to stand?" Uh, I want us to understand where we are, and that's why try to talk to my children when I talk to them now. Um, I'm able to talk to them through Zoom, and all my children are grown now. Um, but we talk about what's going on today, because they're parents now. What do you tell your child? What do I tell my grandson who just graduated high school? You got to be careful. I go through that talk with him. If you're ever approached by law enforcement, comply. Let them see your hands. It's yes, sir. You know, give them no reason to think that they're in danger. Okay, that's the pressure of knowing, uh, trying to live in this 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 atmosphere, um, and to be a presence, because I found myself being chaplain outside of the hospital.